Hello guys, here's a game between Anezti and AneztiArousesMe, which is Hungry Womble. He was a big fan of Anezti, I guess, so he used this Smurf name. So Womble on the top side as Space Marines. Womble was doing very well with most races, especially Chaos Space Marines and Necrons, also Sisters of Battle. Not sure about other races. So he goes for 3 scouts and Force Commander with a generator. On the bottom side we've got Anezti. He does a fast capture build. He captures these further points from the Necron monolith because he wants to prevent scouts of capturing them. That's why he captures these points very fast and will build with obelisks. Also he makes fast Necron Lord, which is not the best idea against Space Marines. But Anezti was still very good Necron player back in the day when Soulstorm was getting out. Not many good Necron players were around, so he did very well back then comparing to others. So 4 generators, not bad. Already 2 points captured. Scouts will not capture them, will not be able. Usually scouts get this point and this point faster and goes for this and this one afterwards. But Anezti prepared for this very well. So the Necron Lord is out, but what will he do? I have no idea. Force Commander just counters him easily. Even though the Necron Lord has got the teleport, it won't do too much. I doubt he will be able to destroy this generator. Servitors can just repair. And they also are very fast, can avoid Necron Lord's damage. So Necron Lord goes on Harass and Force Commander follows. That shouldn't usually happen. Force Commander must go in the Necron base and harass Necron Scarabs or Necron Warriors instead of following the Necron Lord. Womble is getting distracted right now by the Necron Lord. So 3 Necron Warriors will be out. 2 squads already done. That's very nice. No pressure received by the Necron, and that's very good for the early stage. Womble did not harass him at all, but that's not a big problem. Space Marine can do well and without harass against Necrons because their units are very strong. Space Marine squads, Assault Marines, whatever Space Marine makes works well. Necron Lord cannot do anything to these scouts, they just run away. But the good thing is that Anezti got all his points and is getting good economy. Plus 80 soon. And probably Necron Warrior upgrades will be made. So on this side, Necron Lord was a bit busy with the scouts. Now he decided to tie up the Tactical Marine squad. Nice, no overwatch on Necron Warriors, that's a good sign. He saves the resources for upgrading them and only after he could enable Overwatch on one squad, maybe two. One Wraith being done to counter scouts. So 70, 80 economy by the Necron and 104 to 30 by the Space Marine. That's a good economy for 5th minute. He's got almost, yeah, all the points upgraded. A very good economy. That's a good style to play against Necrons. Economy boost and just defend until you get tier 2 with Chaplain, Grey Knights and Librarian. Then you can push into the Necron easily. Also, Space Marine rush works very well against Necrons. When 3, 4, 5 squads of tactical Space Marines are being made fast, without generator, and goes and pressures the Necron at the beginning, deals a lot of damage, and Necron cannot counter that easily, at least. It's counterable, but it must be expected in order to counter. If Necron expects a rush from the Space Marine, it's possible to counter, especially on this map. So right, he will go for a Chaplain, Womble, Librarian and Grey Knights. He also should add Sergeants, but he's waiting for Grey Knights to get out first, I guess. They will be ordered after a Sacred Artifact is being built. Also, Librarian can be ordered instead of Grey Knights as well, but Grey Knights will be made first. They are more important, their ability will counter this Necron Warrior mass here, so they will be more useful than a Librarian's Smite. But the point will be lost anyway. Womble lost 2 upgraded listening posts. That's not a good thing. If Space Marine has low economy, it will be a bit harder to kill a Necron. But here the ability goes. Sacred Artifact went down, got destroyed. That's also bad. So we've got tier 2 and 5 from Space Marine and tier 1 from Anezti, the Necron player. Womble is controlling critical location, Anezti is decapping nicely. Now he should think about tier 2. This Forbidden Archive could be built on a tier 2. Only phase shift was made anyway, and it didn't play any significant role yet. It could be avoided for a while. Again, Sacred Artifact being rebuilt. Wraiths killing scouts, good job. And on the other side, again, Necron goes on Harass, and Space Marines now will follow them, and they are prepared to face them at the moment, unlike last time. But Solar Pulse will prevent them from doing damage for a while. But still, Chaplain with Grey Knights can tie up the units and do very well, a great damage. Also, Solar Pulse will be wasted soon. 2 squads of Necron, of flayed ones, but that's a big waste for Necron. These flayed ones will not deal too much damage, but they will win time, distract the tactical squads, and these Necron warriors could destroy some more Space Marine buildings, while flayed ones tie up the units. So 3 Necron warrior squads, tier 2 already for the Necron, that's a good job, and greater summoning core being built. That's necessary before he orders global, because he's in a very risky position right now, the Necron player. This Necron warrior stand no chance against this Space Marine army. The only good thing is that Space Marine army got distracted by the flayed ones. So one more listening post, upgraded one, will be destroyed. And he wants to destroy the armory. That's a good idea, but will he get enough time for that? I don't think so. So he decides to focus on the generator instead. Librarian getting out. And the things get a bit worse for the Necron player, because he also lost the Necron Lord. Well, at least he damaged Space Marine's economy a lot, but it's being recovered very fast. Also, Anezti controls 2 critical locations right now, has 100% speed. That's very good. Also, Necron warrior upgrade going, but economy right now. And Necron's economy is very low for tier 2 and 5. It should be at least 100 now. So global for green must be made as soon as possible. Womble still gives him some time. That's a bad thing. Necron for time is the most valuable. Even resources aren't that valuable for Necron as time. If Necron has got enough time to prepare and face one army, he will do that, unless the enemy will go faster and kill him. So it's very important not to allow Necron and gain powerful army, good economy, and stuff like that. Later on it will be very hard to stop them. But Space Marine here is still on the winning side. The Space Marine army is still more powerful than these Necron warriors and flayed ones. But the problems will begin with this destroyer. Womble doesn't have anti-vehicle right now, and Necron warriors can still do great damage because of the flayed ones. They tie up tactical marines and Necron Lord as well. Force Commander should tie up one Necron warrior squad. Chaplain should be disattached from the Grey Knights and just tie up one squad. But maybe he knows better what to do. Again, a very good ability use right here on the Necron warriors. Machine Cult for Womble, he's still got very good economy. He's got global for energy and probably for blue as well. Librarian was killed but is being ordered again. Also Chaplain died, that's very bad. Now this destroyer is a big problem, because Space Marine has got no anti-vehicle. Tempests could work well, but Womble orders a Dreadnought. It will tie up the destroyer or one Necron warrior squad. And now it seems that Necron is winning the battle. He managed very well with the Lord, flayed ones and Necron warriors. And now destroyers. They deal such a huge damage to all these units. But still, this game is only halfway through. There is nothing decided yet. Although it seems that Necron already got this game, but it's not nearly close to over. Womble will survive this and will recover. But how? Let's see. 2 squads of tactical marines, force commander, librarian, and great knights being alive. Also a dreadnought, which will destroy this destroyer. Yeah, it dealt with him very fast. And this destroyer will die as well. That's 500 energy loss for Anezti, and destroyers did not pay up, I think. Again, Womble controls his points very well. He captured the lost point and will rebuild the post. While Necron will go tier 3, he's got 100 economy, a very good one. For this situation at least. 100 as well. He thinks Womble's economy is much worse than it is actually. It's 105 to 0, but he's got some energy reserve, and it's not bad. He is able to order tier 3 with this amount of energy. He's got the sacred artifact, and he can order tier 3. But commander veteran upgrade will be made first. It will increase the health points of space marine leaders. But the problem will be in Necrons tier 3 and probably fast tier 4. And one more generator on the way. That's a good thing. Could have been better if this generator was built a bit earlier, and the economy would be 112 instead of 100. He jokes about his economy 60 when it's 100. So he admits he joked about it. Womble is being curious. That's right, 100 for now, but he could do either tier 4 now, yeah. He will do tier 4, build energy core, and he will try to build faster monolith or make the deceiver. Which is very good, but it's very important these Necron warriors not to die here. If they will die, Necron might have not enough time to get the monolith out. Just go back, please, don't lose them. The dreadnought still doing great damage here, but it will get destroyed. Very low health. But Anezti decides to make Lord Destroyers. I don't honestly know why. Maybe he wants to win some time or possess a Space Marine vehicle, but there is no vehicle at all from Womble, because the machine cult got destroyed. And Womble is not even going tier 3 at all, not nearly close. He will recover his economy and rebuild the machine cult, while Necron goes for pariahs. He should also make the second energy upgrade if he decided to play more tier 3. This energy core was built only for ordering one Lord Destroyer, and that's not the best idea in this situation. Necron could have ordered the second energy global instead of energy core. Would have been much better, at least in this situation, because he didn't go for fast monolith. And this Space Marine army will suffer now. But they still got a lot of HP. the Necron warriors dealt basically no damage because the stasis field was enabled on the squad of Grey Knights with Chaplain. They also got very good regeneration from Chaplain, and they don't die that easy.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Dreadnought again. This Lord Destroyer could possess one of the Dreadnoughts. It would be great. And again, Space Marine's economy is very good now. Also Necron's economy is good, but still the second green global is required. Now it will be a bit harder to get into that Space Marine base and do some great damage, because more upgrades for the fighting units were researched. Anezti spends a lot on the Necron warriors per yes, but he doesn't deal the required damage. They do not pay up, these Necron warriors. Too much investigation in them, and they didn't deal too much damage yet. So Space Marine managed to fight without big losses here. I think he didn't lose any model at all, maybe a few Great Knights, and that's all. So finally tier 3 was ordered by Womble. Tier 3 of Space Marine can easily battle the Necrons tier 4, especially when Necron doesn't have too much army. These Necron warriors will stand no chance against the tier 3 Space Marine army soon, because the upgrades and Terminators will just kill them in seconds. Also the Perias, instead of facing and battling here, they could go on harassing Space Marine base. They are much better at destroying buildings than fighting units that can out-micro them, that can run away, and while others will shoot. No Necron monolith from Anezti yet, but I guess he's getting ready to order. That he will have enough resources very soon. And again, Space Marine might be in a bit of a trouble, but he will be prepared well enough. It seems he's got 2 Dreadnoughts and decent army anyways. Yeah, the Dreadnoughts can deal a lot of damage to this Necron Lord, and again the Grey Knight's ability was used, so Necron warriors must teleport away from here, otherwise again huge losses would be made by Anezti. Huge losses in economy. He invests a lot in these Necron warriors, so he wants to keep them alive. Without them it's no chance. The monolith on the battlefield alone is basically useless. It can be stunned by Space Marine skulls, can be stunned by Space Marine Terminators, and just killed by the Dreadnoughts, missile launchers, and so on. But for some reason he teleports in this Space Marine army. That's a very bad thing. Now this monolith will receive a lot of damage, and it will not be able to teleport away from here. Necron warriors they do not have teleport now. They cannot teleport here to help the monolith. That was a very bad decision by Anezti. Yeah, the monolith basically deals no damage here, only a little, some disruption, but it's half of HP down. It did not pay up at all. It's very expensive. 1000. The most expensive unit in the game is the monolith. It's 1000 energy cost. It's more expensive than any other tier 4 unit, but it's not that good for this price. The real cost should be at around maybe 750 maximum. Of course, it has got the teleport, it has got very good range and disruption, and also damage when the army is around, but when it's alone in the battlefield, this unit is just useless and it's just very expensive. So the Necron warriors will try and destroy Space Marine stronghold. This will be a big loss for the Marine, but he's got the army. This Space Marine army is very powerful, and the Necron monolith is in a big danger right now. It will go down. No way it will be saved, yeah. And another monolith is being built here. And will Womble prepare some buildings? He's still got the barracks and the machine cult and sacred artifact, but he will need another HQ or at least something, some building that produces units, not to be defeated by the Necrons. So let's get a look on the vision. Anezti still has decent vision of the map, but only the Necron warriors alive, about 5 squads and the Necron Lord. That's not enough for stopping this Space Marine army, it's just much more powerful. And it seems that Anezti will lose this, because his units just are weaker. And Womble will prepare with another building, it seems. He's got good vision, he already has a reserved chapel barracks built. And had a stronghold, Space Marine headquarters being built on the Necron's base. So yeah, the Necron will lose this. Necron Lord gets in here, but by now it's just hopeless, because this Space Marine army will just not be stopped by anything. Even Librarian is alive and he's got the Emperor's Ward that will make Space Marine units invulnerable to damage for some time. So they will be able to fight these Necron warriors just easy. Good game so far anyway. Both players played very well, but the critical mistake of Anezti was in his teleportation of the monolith right here. That was the biggest mistake in the game, and probably the only one. Also, he went with his Necron warriors on the Space Marine's base with wasted teleportation, so they could not get teleport on the monolith and save it. That also was a big mistake. So these two mistakes by the Necron costed him the game. But he did well so far. Could have been worse. Considering Womble played also very well. Until tier 3 he was not able to kill the Necron. Another solar pulse, but that's just hopeless right now. No way Necron will win. No anti-vehicle from the Necron at all, and very low economy. Once Necron loses the economy, it's very hard to restore it. It's much harder than any other race's economy because generators are being built very, very slowly. Unlike other races, they just capture the point and build the post. That's much faster than building the Necrons generators. And it will be over right there. These Necron warriors stand no chance against this Space Marine army. And Anezti admits that one newbie monolith move failed him the game. That's true. I completely agree on that. Yeah, it was a great game, well played by both of them. Space Marine wins. I guess it's worth to mention that this matchup is in Space Marine's favor, but still Necron did a great game, so it was worth to watch at least. 31 minutes long. Let's take a look at these results. So Space Marine kills 215 units. Necron lost a lot of Necron warriors and flayed ones, because they are very vulnerable against Space Marine tier 2 army and tier 3 especially. And Anezti raised 33 buildings. That's sick. A lot of generators. He went a few times into a Space Marine base, destroyed everything. With economy, Necron wins. And also Anezti had more reinforced units, but that's pointless since they are just weaker. So yeah, one bad Necron monolith teleport made this game in Space Marine's favor. It could have been a win for the Necron if not for the fail monolith teleport. But anyways, good game, I hope you enjoyed it as well. If so, you can subscribe to this channel, stay up to date, more videos coming soon.
The fire casts earth with pride.